Manifesting with Ari Mac. Hold on one second. I'm your host, spiritual coach Ari Mac, affirmation and aromatherapy candle maker, and meditation coach as well. Whew. So manifesting. Okay, when you start manifesting, you got to be ready to start processing change. Now, sometimes when we're doing affirmations, we don't realize that we're also asking to let go of something that no longer works for us. Now, as a coach, especially a spiritual life coach, I see this all the time where people are praying and meditating and affirming for one particular thing to happen. But as that thing starts happening, other things in their life have to move out. So I'm going to give you 5 signs that you are being redirected by the universe. Okay? 5 signs. First sign, especially if you're doing affirmations, if you're asking for change, then you're going to get it. Oops. Hold on one second. It's getting hot in here. Okay. So, when you're affirming and you're asking for quite a bit of different changes, you're asking for health, wealth, love, self-expression, okay? Doors are going to close. Okay? Things do not work out the way that they used to. That is not a coincidence. That is divine intervention. See, you're asking for change, right? You're like expecting all these changes. You're asking the universe to open up. You're saying you want to change, you want to change, you want to change. Well, the first thing you got to notice is when you're trying to do something and that door is no longer open or that space is no longer comfortable, what do you think the universe is trying to say to you? Do you know how to read the subtle hints that things are shifting? Or do you continue to hit your head against a brick wall? Is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? Got to ask yourself. But if doors keep closing and you keep being limited in your options, maybe it's time for you to look at other options. Yeah, because sometimes we get stuck in doing things just the way we're used to the point we stop thinking about any other way that could be easier, could be less stress, and less taxing. So when the doors are closing and it keeps happening, that's the universe talking to you to redirect you towards something bigger. Are you listening? All right, give me a thumbs up if this is making sense. And when you hit those walls and you start thinking like, why? This is why. You're being redirected. Number 2, your spirit is restless. Everything's fine on the surface. You have food, you have shelter, pretty much everything's cool with family and friends, but you have this restlessness, right? This like anxiety. That's your spirit talking to you. Yeah, that's your spirit telling you things are changing. I need growth. I need some spiritual purpose. I need to connect with something that's bigger than just me. And usually when your spirit's that restless, guys, you're looking, you're searching, you're seeking something to satisfy that personal purpose, that hidden agenda. You know, the thing that we act like we don't want, but we do. Hi, Charlotte. How you doing? I like to see Charlotte and Dean, and I don't want to mispronounce anything else. Number 3. Now, this is a good one. And I talked about this on the show before. Repetitive signs. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm praying on something, right, and things are starting to change, especially when I'm upset. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm upset. I'm paying attention differently. I don't know. But whenever I start getting upset and angry or just frustrated, I don't know what to do. And I'm just like, ugh. There's a song by Bill Withers, who's a R&B singer from the 70s and 80s. One of my mom's favorite all-time artist. And she used to play a song with me, Lean on Me. And the song went, lean on me whenever you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. And I have to tell you, that song has such personally just divine meaning to me. that I know that when I hear that song more than 3 times in 24 hours, that the universe is talking to me. The universe is telling me, lean on me, trust me. I know it's scary. I know it sucks. I know you're trying to figure out where you can put your energy best to serve you and your family. Got it. But sometimes you got to let everything marry, guys. That's that merriment, okay? Marinating. We do that with foods, or you should, okay? But you got to let things sit and kind of like fester for a minute, okay? And that's how you know when synchronicities happen. When you get the same song, the same phrases from different sources throughout your travels, how could that be a coincidence? Please explain to me, how could that be a coincidence? Because that statistically is pretty freaking hard. It's pretty freaking hard for something to hit you at 3 different times in 3 different places on the same day. Speak to me. Tell me, have you had that experience? Because I sure have. So when things are repeating, that's the universe also giving you hints. Now, for me, it's lean on me. What is yours? You have a favorite scent, a color, a fragrance. Does something permeate when you're upset to let you know that you're not alone, that you're okay? I talk about it, think about it, because it does exist. Number 4, sudden changes and endings. Man, let me tell you something about this one. When the universe says it's time for you to do something, they don't send a note or a memo or give you a 2-week notice. This is why I keep encouraging you guys to use your affirmations in your aromatherapy, and I'm making the Taurus suggestions. That's why I'm doing this episode today on the 5 signs that the universe is redirecting you. Okay, we're in Taurus time. I'm giving you practical, grounding advice and suggestions that have worked for me and my clients for many, many, many moons, decades, in fact. And guess what? My clients progress. I have clients that own businesses, that have moved up in companies, went back to school, and they are happy beings. They're happy within themselves, even though some of them have very difficult childhoods. But they pay attention to themselves. They pay attention to the energies around them, and they're not dismissive of what they feel. Okay, so when you have those sudden beginnings and endings and they're very sharp, okay, Aquarius has this a lot because Aquarius rules sudden endings and sharps. But as they mature, they can actually see where those things are coming from. Okay? By the way, on my mom's account. Okay. All right. Thanks for letting me know, baby. Okay? So basically in a nutshell, okay, guys, when you're having sudden changes and beginnings, especially if you're doing your affirmation and prayers, all right, if you're really working on self, and I created products for this. This is one of the reasons why I created Candles by Ari with the affirmation on the candle, because so many of my clients would come and say, I'm praying, but it's not working, or I'm praying, but I don't hear it. But affirmation is different, guys. It's your own spoken word to the universe. Does that make sense? Yes, Rob's laughing. I got you. Okay? So this type of energy, especially when you see the doors closing, you see the door openings, you see the abrupt beginnings, middles, and ends, that's not for you to take lightly. That's the universe trying to tell you, I'm trying to get you to look this way. Can you look that way? There's something over there. And you're like this, what? What? I don't see it. Because your ass keeps looking in the opposite direction. And some of that is conditioning, guys. Believe it or not, you may have anxiety about being successful. I know that sounds weird, but it happens. Where you're so used to the struggle that when you actually get a chance to get ahead, you honestly don't know how to take it, because that means a whole new level of comfort that you have to become used to. What a burden to have to grow. Wow. And the 5th thing, because remember, when you're getting delays, that's divine protection. Okay? I know sometimes we fall in love with the image of people. I can use romance as an example because romance is high this year. Okay? But we fall in love with the image that they project, right? That they are solid, they have homes, they have jobs, they appear to have sense, they appear to be stable. And then you get closer to them. And the only way you can get to know them is that you get closer to them. Okay? Hell, I look good. How are you today? Oh, hi. I thank you. I'm going well. Things are going well today. Thanks for asking. Okay? But when things start shifting, and you see that there's an abrupt ending and a big end, take that as divine protection. hmm That the universe is keeping you from moving toward the fire. Yeah, they're redirecting you away from the fire. How about that? Okay? So, basically, in a nutshell, why you have that all on your shoulder? Oh, that's a piggy bank. I'm so fascinated because I think it means wisdom in some cultures, but it's actually a piggy bank. I've had it for like since my kid was little, and I just keep it up there because why not? But thanks for adding the panda man. Okay, let's mention for review. Okay, anywho, so remember, sudden changes, endings, beginnings. That's divine protection leading you away. Now, the fifth most important thing that you have to just pay attention to if the universe is doing it is your intuition gets louder. Yes, your intuition starts going, what are you doing? We don't want to do that. Your whole body starts responding, especially if you're really stressed out or really excited because your nerves are already on edge. It's like your little neutrons in your fingertips and your hair, they all just get so excited and so pumped that it's like ridiculous. Okay? It's redunculous. So basically, in a nutshell, when you start looking at all these different things that the universe is showing you, okay, and you start paying attention to how you're feeling, where your spirit is leading you, that doors keep closing, there's sudden changes that you can't control, okay, you're feeling restless, okay, that's divine design. Those are the steps the universe is taking to answer your prayers, to answer your meditations, to hear what you're asking to happen. But you have to be receptive to the change, guys. My brain always ignores it. Yeah, we're accustomed to that. That's why the doors have to slam in our face. That's why that's the first sign that the universe is trying to help you. Shit just don't work the way it used to anymore. Yeah, no matter what you do or how you try. I can use my hair products, for example. I'm African American. I'm mixed with some Hispanic on my dad's side, and whatever else Massa did in my previous gene pool, because slavery was real and it did exist. I give thanks it doesn't now. Anyway, so I have mixed hair. It's curly, it's really, really, really dry unless I use the right products, and it needs a lot of moisture. I found a couple of products that work, but guess what? They're not always available in my community. So I've had to start making my own stuff. Now that sounds kind of difficult, but guess what happens, guys? I get a better quality of product. And I get to control how much I have on hand. Like today, this is my hair in its natural stage with nothing. And it is just flying by because I didn't really have time. Okay? Bye. Stay blessed, Charlotte. Stay blessed. Okay? So basically, in a nutshell, okay, this is our opportunity to take these hints that the universe is putting on our path and use it to our advantage. Because, guys, what do we have to lose? Now, I will help you with the astrology and the affirmations. Hell, I'll even give you some aromatherapy suggestions. But you got to participate for that to happen. See, I don't predict the future. I help you plan it. Okay? And that's through my affirmations, my aromatherapies, okay, and astrology. So 3 A's. And these tools have been around forever. But do you know how to use them? I've even created programs and classes, one-on-ones. I mean, this podcast, okay? Listen, I know how important it is to stay positive in a dark time. Okay, I know what it's like to question and doubt everything that you're doing. It's a bitch. But I also know what it's like to see that victory of you're sticking to your guns and respecting your energies because something inside of you tells you it's what you're supposed to do. Okay? That takes a great character, a strong person with convictions and self-respect, because sometimes nobody else may be standing with you. That's what we do at Spiritual Coach Ari Mac. That's how we handle ourselves. Now, I do have a program called The Gap. It's called the Guided Astrology Program. We nicknamed it The Gap. And basically, it's weekly updates, information, and insight about what's going on in astrology, what's going on with your sign, some aromatherapy, affirmation suggestions, because we all can get more and more information about that. And I even give you the best days in astrology for every single sign, which means you get to plan. If you have a big presentation coming up, you can plan an event for you to go visit. You know what? These dates are like your little ticket to stay mentally healthy. Because I don't know about you, but when I have something that I'm looking forward to, I'm usually a lot more benevolent. Because I know in a week or so I'm going to be, on the beach in San Diego or hiking up in the mountains. Something where I know I get to unplug, disconnect, and go about my business. That's what the best days in astrology give. And I'll tell you right now, to start this program, it costs $9.99. $9.99. After that monthly, it's $29.99 a month. Guys, that's a steal. You get insight information. You can hit me with questions that I will try to answer doing my reports. So it gives you a lot more insight. And those who join that program, your birth chart is entered into my database. So one of the things that I use when I'm analyzing is the birth charts that I've had done over the last 15, 20 years. So it's a great way also to get a lot more insight about yourself. And that's available right now. Now, another thing I offer is classes. Last month we did the color and fragrance class, which is awesome. This month we're going to be doing the astrology basic one-on-one. Now, for GAP members, that class is always available as no charge because you are a GAP member. For those that are not a GAP member, you could register at the website candlesbyari.com for the astrology basic 101. Astrology Basic 101 gives you insight about how I read the stars because it's all from a spiritual point of view. But the accuracy is pretty good. I think it's actually quite exquisite, if I do say so myself. And it gives you a forecast, like the weather, so you can stay better prepared. Now, we also do a thing twice a month. These are all through Zoom, so this is international for you guys that are on the other side of the world. You just got to remember, I'm on the West Coast, but I also do record it. So if you want a copy of the recording, you can request that as well. I also do a class called Mindful Guided Meditation. Now, this class is done twice a month, which is on Sundays at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And it is a literally guided mindful meditation. There is no noise, just me taking you into your inner space, calming your nerves, giving you a chance to get centered and focused so you can get past the doo-doo and start focusing on what you want. That's done twice a month, okay? As a part of the GAP family, you get special discounts to that program. But the bottom line is the tools are available to you. The support is available to you. But you got to participate. So please like, follow, share, and subscribe this channel because this is my flagship channel now. I'm not on iHeart anymore. I'm strictly here on YouTube. And, I did a lot of work on iHeart, which I appreciated, but it didn't have the direct impact like I'd like to have with you guys. Because I'm sending out stuff and little messages every day with today's Thankful Thursday. I'm going to be putting something up about that because these reminders, this insight, this is what I do with my clients on a regular weekly basis. Okay. And I think that's why they're so successful, because when you have somebody who is paying attention to you, not browbeating you, not treating you like you are not a bright person, but actually someone who is caring of you and your spirit, it makes you want to do better. I know for me, I appreciate love over that nasty behavior stuff because bad behavior doesn't work well for me. My grandmother never rewarded us for bad behavior. My mom will still tell you if you get your voice up too high that she needs to get off the phone because she ain't having it. I shit you not. Okay? So once you establish those parameters of respect for self, others will follow them, guys. Okay? But you got to look at the 5 signs where the universe is talking to you. Give me a hit in the hey, hi Pixie Mama. Let me know in the chat, do you know if any of these 5 signs have happened to you? Number 1, your doors keep closing. Nothing, no matter what you do, seems to work out. Number 2, your spirit feels restless, like you can't rest, you can't sleep, you can't eat, you're just bouncing around like a kooky person. Number 3, you keep getting the repetitive signs. Okay, signs, good or bad, but it's coming in threes, and it's all done in 24 hours, which cannot be a coincidence. All right. Number 4, sudden changes, endings, beginnings, just These are not doors closing. These are people saying, no, get out. Okay, before your job ended, it's done. You go home, your man's breaking up with you. You know what I'm saying? Very sudden, very unexpected. And lastly, your intuition starts kicking in. Okay? Your intuition cannot let you sleep. They just won't let you sleep. And that's the thing, guys. Okay? When you are dealing with spirit and you're opening up to what the universe is trying to allow you to have in, okay? You also have to be receptive to the changes that's going to come along with it. Yeah. Yeah. Because as you continue to move to the next level in your life, you're going to see those steps that you took to get you there. That's why learning is such a joy, because it builds that confidence, right? It builds that, like, I did it. I allowed that to happen. My biggest joy is to watch my clients not only hit their goals, but surpass their goals. It's like I did it because I know how much work it took, how much effort, and how much consistency. And we are so dismissive of when people attain a goal. We act like it's no big deal. Well, I'm here to tell you that's bullshit. It is a big deal. That means you weathered the storm. And see, fishes, because I'm a Pisces sun sign, they only get stronger by going upstream. Believe it or not, fishes are one of the strongest creatures on the planet, and they deal with adversity straight up. I'm not going to say every single Pisces, because I know some deluded ones. But I'm saying in general, to gain strength, sometimes you got to go straight forward. And that's not always comfortable or easy. But these 5 signs that I'm telling you guys about, I have personally witnessed over the years. I can tell you right now, when you see the doors close, you see that there's a repetitive pattern going on. Lots of sudden changes around you. Okay? And your anxiety, your spiritual is at an all-time high, and your intuition keeps talking to you. Baby, if that's not spirit trying to tell you what to do, I don't know what is. But what are you going to do about it? Are you going to continue to stay in I don't know, I don't know, I don't know? Or are you going to use that information, use that energy to be the best version of yourself that you can be? I challenge you. This is Thankful Thursday. What are you thankful about? What is spirit showing you that you didn't see in yourself? I know we got a lot going on in this world, but you know what else? We also got a lot of good going on in this world. Yes, we do. See, the devil needs you to get caught up in negativity. And I'm not saying don't hold your own and don't make sure your voices are heard. All right, so I'm not asking you to be a doormat. Never said that. But understanding yourself and being comfortable in your own skin gives you that power where you don't need to look outside. And if somebody doesn't agree with you or doesn't like you, then it's cool. It's fine. As long as they're respectful and, y'all cool, we're cool. Don't put your guard down around those kind of folks, because usually if they don't like you, they usually have some sort of malice that they're carrying. And it usually ends up being some bullshit that really you may not have nothing to do with. You just happen to walk past them that day. Yeah. It happens. And you know what? Blessings to them. Because there are some people in this world that are just fucked up. I'm sorry, there's no other way to say it. They're just fucked up. They cannot think straight. They're not good people. They don't have positive thoughts, even when they're trying. Their actions always tell the truth. Always. So you got to bless those folks, because you can't change them. They're not asking to be changed. They're not requiring you to do anything. And I think that's what bugs people out, is because you want to help, but they're not needing your assistance. And you want to tell them something, but they're not asking you. See what I'm saying? So that's, I think, one of the hard parts about being a light being, being an energy worker, just being intuitive, is respecting when someone else needs to walk their path. But I think I've given you enough homework for today, just for you, so you can think about the 5 points I made, which I'm going to go over one more time. That I do want to say, save some dates, because we do have the Astrology Basic 101 class, which I'm also very excited about, coming up this month on the 30th, yeah, which is a Saturday at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. This class is going to show you guys how I see the stars and planets and how I look at some of the angles, okay, when I'm discussing astrology. I try to break it down so even if you've never heard of it before, you can understand it. I don't go too advanced because I'm not trying to overwhelm you. It's like musical notes. There's 9 musical notes, right? A through G, but those notes can be embellished in trillions and quintillion ways, from monos to mescalines to flats to sharps. It's the same thing in astrology. The basics will get you the parameters of where we start. But as soon as you go out into venture into the different planets and the houses, it opens up a whole new territory of not only imagination, but opportunities that you may just need to tap into. A little belief in yourself, rehearsal, and boom, there you are. So I ask you, if you need help meditating, understanding astrology, or just want some insight on a weekly basis, just deliver it to your email address in the form of a Zoom link. It's a Zoom recording. I'm a better oracle speaker than writer. I'm still working on the book. It's almost done though. But that takes a little bit more flow, because I have to slow down and focus on my words. I always pay someone to proof it though, because I have different interpretations in my world. So I always want it to balance with the world that I'm introducing it to. But I'm just saying, if you're ready to make that shift, if your spirit knows that you need additional help, join my GAP program. Join it for the first 30 days for $9.99. If you don't like it, if it doesn't work, just cancel before your next subscription, and that's it. You'll still be on the mailing list. You'll still be getting some additional information if it's available, unless you opt out to that as well. The bottom line is, what I'm trying to say is, the information's there, but you have to engage with it, and you have to invest in yourself. Okay? Yes, it's okay to be thrifty, but I once dated a man that was frugal, and my silly ass at the time said something cute like, "Oh, you don't like fruit salad? He's cheap. He's cheap. Cheap. Oh, he's cheap." The man would cut the toothpaste tube open and take toothpaste out. Look, I understand being thrifty, but it's done 98% of its work. I'm pretty good with that. No, this man, and I dated him, and I stayed with him. I had a child with him. Okay. So when I say I understand, because sometimes you can't get it until you get closer to your person, your situation. And that's okay, because we're evolving, right? We're growing. So we're not stuck in just this one linear thing. Remember that. So you don't make yourself feel like you're stuck and obligated to dumb shit forever, because you don't have to be. There's always a way around it. But the first line of action, the first course, is to get your mentals together. Your mentals have to be prepared to get into the game, to make those tough choices, to shift yourself closer to what you want to be in. So if I'm making sense, if this is something you can digest, then definitely try the GAP program for the 90 days. Oh, I keep saying 90 days. It's not. It's 30 days for $9.99. I probably want to do more, but I got to stick with the 30 days. It's for accounting reason as well. Not to mention, it's packed full of good stuff. So here is what I'm going to recommend. Take a deep breath in and release. You can put your hand over your heart if you like. If you don't want to, that's fine. Take another deep breath in and release. And as you release, see yourself letting go of a little bit of stress, a little bit of doubt, a little bit of questions. review this particular podcast, review it, write down the five that I mentioned, and I'll recap them one more time before we go because I'm going to get ready to leave soon because I got to go run some errands. Got to get some product out. You guys have been ordering, so got to get some stuff into the mail. But the baby steps, this is where we are. This is why I do this. This is why I connect with you guys. And I'm on social media, okay? I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, okay? You hear me here on YouTube, okay? YouTube's actually becoming more and more of my favorite because I can do a little bit more over here. IG, I think I need to get 1,000 to go live over there now. And I love IG. It's mostly for certain people that I know because I actually know people that are live. And Facebook is mostly just family for my personal page because I've just had it for so long and everybody in my immediate family knows how to reach me through that page. But, so you get a little personal Ari, you get a little professional Ari, but it's still all Ari. I mean, 100%, every single page does represent more who I am. And I think just the closer you get more of the raw side of me. I think when I'm filming, I'm trying to be definitely clear of my words and trying to be very precise. And in my personal life, I may put words together, make up new catchphrases. That's kind of who I am. I'm a smartass. I'm an MC. I'm a Mac. Okay, I came down master of ceremony. I came from a whole family of MCs. Literally, my last name is McIntyre, Mac, entire. So it's, I find it to be ironic, but at the same time, I think it's a blessing. It's a blessing. A lot of people have work they can't stand, go to school forever. I went to school for accounting, realized I seriously will lose my mind. That's why I'm good with astrology because, wow, numbers all day. It's beautiful for somebody that can do it. Blessings to them. I personally could see myself becoming an alcoholic. Yeah. Because you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. At some point, you're going to become a little batshit crazy. Hey, listen, we may bitch about change, but it also keeps things interesting. Okay? We may not like all the opportunities, but at least we have them. Imagine if everything was just the same and it never changed. Would you not lose your shit? I know a lot of people would. I know I would. Now, we are in Taurus time. So air signs, you may feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more centered, more thick. Fire, okay, you're just being taught to slow down and write everything down. All right, that's all, especially Aries, because you just came off a huge energy boost. So now you need to figure out where to put it. Now, fire, that's my Leos, Sagittarius, and Aries. You're going to be getting an extra boost at the end of July when Jupiter goes into Leo. So whatever you're planning right now, whatever it is that you've been working on, I need you to go ahead and commit to putting it into effect because you'll have the energy. And if you're really ready, you'll receive the blessings from it. Anywhere you have Leo, you're going to get some extra juice. It's just one of the little things the universe does as it goes through that wheel. And I'll talk more about that in the Astrology 101. See, that's the thing. I have so many things I want to share. But like I said, I'm rolling it out one step at a time because just like you, I got to pace myself. I got to take care of myself, making sure I get my fruits and vegetables every day in, drinking my water. Speaking of water, let me take another little sip. I'm telling you guys, staying hydrated, even if you're not feeling well, keeps your body supple, which keeps everybody nice on the inside. Everybody good to go. Now, you can always check out my candles at candlesbyari.com. Now, I do a monthly candle that is a specialty candle that is a particular color that has worked many, many moons. Right now, we're doing red right next to the owl. This is so freaky. But right next to the owl is the red candle. I don't know if I could reach it. Oh, yes, I can. Hot day. Okay. And basically, this is the red courage candle. Courage and determination. Because you need that when you're putting yourself out into the world. And you need that courage to keep pushing through it, no matter what comes in front of you. And this is a deep, this looks like bubbles because it's, been affected. Because that's the other thing. My candles are soy, so they can be affected by the environment, much like me. So this got a little cold because it got cold here and I had it too low to the ground. But anyway, so this is a red, ruby red. It doesn't look it, but it's ruby red. And it's got red currant, which is a very it's to me, it's very sexy. It's an Indian scent and lavender sage. And I'm gonna take a smell. Oh, whew. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. So this is a candle. This is a 16 ounce. We have 16, 12, and 8-ounce candles. So you can find something for everybody. This candle normally is $34.99. It's on sale for $24.99. That's $10 off. Okay, so that's a pretty dang good deal. All right, so definitely check out candlesbyari.com. And on the back, you actually have affirmations that I've created over the years that have worked. These affirmations have been proven, not only for myself, but for people from feedback that have actually helped them stay on task, get their heads together, and manifest what they're asking for. So definitely use that. And this one says, I am paying attention to myself and what is going on around me. I am blessed, under grace, in perfect way, and so it is. So I'm going to recap these 5 points. And if you like it, please share, follow, subscribe, and join the GAP program. Guided astrology program. Just try for the $9.99. Like I said, if it doesn't work, definitely cancel. But for $29.99 a month, not a week, a month, to receive updates and information about just what's going on around you, that's worth the admission price right there. That's less than going to Starbucks like once for the whole year. You know what I'm saying? So, 5 things when the universe is redirecting you. Number 1, doors close. They close. Okay? Number 2, your spirit is restless. You just can't seem to sit still. It's like a hot potato. You're on the floor, you're over here, you're over there. That's normal. Repetitive signs, when the same phrases, the same songs, when that stuff starts happening, especially in a 24-hour window, they're talking to you. Pay attention. Okay? Your spirit gets restless from this information. This is how the universe is talking to you. Now, also, when there's sudden endings and changes, real fast that you didn't see coming, not where the doors are closing, because you get told that. Sudden endings come when you don't expect it. But that's the universe pushing you toward the next phase in your existence. And lastly, your intuition goes crazy. It's just screaming at you, and you can't overlook it. That's how do you know the universe is working with you. Now, I am here every week, 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, for this show, Manifesting with Ari Mac, because I'm teaching you how to manifest. But you got to participate. So like, follow, share, come to my class. We have the mindful meditation coming up on the 31st at 3 o'clock. We have the Astrology 101 Basic coming in on the 30th at 3 o'clock. These are all Pacific Standard Time through Zoom. And of course, follow me on my social media under Candles by Ari or Spiritual Coach Ari Mac. All right, guys, you know what you do. We know how to do it. Let's focus. Let's stay true to ourselves. And just remember, you are blessed. See you next week. Bye.